Truck drivers, Safety Dog here. 8 tips for staying healthy while on the road during this COVID-19 crisis or pandemic that we're all involved in. But before we get into that, I just want to say a sincere thank you to you drivers, a sincere thank you to everybody in the transportation business who are working at the trucking companies, the warehouses, the distribution centers, and of course the food stores, and all the other emergency services, the first responders, the nurses, the doctors, the hospital staff, all that kind of stuff. You guys know, but truck drivers, you have a long, lonely road out there, and I thank you very much for your service. So, 8 tips. These come from CTA, Canadian Trucking Alliance. I'm going to paraphrase. I will put a link in the show notes below so that if you have the time, you can go to CTA's website and read the stuff there. They have a great resource available for you for dealing with COVID-19. They have suggestions for trucking company staff and for truck drivers. So I will paraphrase the 8 tips that they have for truck drivers. First one, probably the most important, social distancing. Yes, try to keep 6 feet away or 2 meters. I know that's difficult a lot of the times. You got to get your bills signed. You got to interact with the different people at the warehouses. Do the best you can. Perhaps you can get a number from dispatch from your company that you can interact via text with the warehouse people. They too will appreciate you trying to keep your distance. They don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick, so they would appreciate social distancing. 6 feet or 2 meters apart whenever possible. Second tip, avoid places where other people are. And the suggestion here is interactions at truck stops, repair shops, maintenance facilities, etc., etc. You know where people congregate. Please do your best to avoid them. With the tools that we have today, such as phones and everything, I know it's not as good as interacting with people, but certainly you can be a little bit social with your family and friends by using video chats and things like that. So, number 3, instruct them not to report to work if you, the truck driver, don't come to work if you're sick or any member of your family is ill that you've been around with. All right, so please exercise caution. If you are sick or a family member is sick, please do not report to work. Number 4, encourage the use of text messaging. So again, this is about social distancing. If you have to interact with the office personnel or wherever, try to text or use the satellites or some other form. Pick up the phone and talk to them, but try not to do person to person. And again, if you have to do face to face, 2 meters or 6 feet distance. Promote the practice of coughing and sneezing into a tissue, such as a tissue, or into your sleeve. What a fake sneeze. Okay, but you get the idea. Try not to cough or sneeze into your hands. If you do cough or sneeze into your hands now need to be sanitized. So, good sneezing and coughing technique. Promote hand washing. Guys, hand washing is key. Whenever you touch common surfaces, and as truck drivers, as soon as you get out of your truck, you will be touching common surfaces that other people have also touched. And wearing gloves probably is not a protection. The reason I say that, as soon as you touch your face, even wearing gloves, you've now contaminated your face and the germs are there, and that's the easiest point of entry. So you need a hand sanitizer. You need to be washing your hands frequently. If you can't find store-bought hand sanitizer or disinfectant wipes, you can make your own. 20 milliliters of bleach to 1 liter of water is a sanitizer, and you can of course use that on your hand. You can use paper towels now as a hand sanitizer. Soak them or get them spray down the cab of your truck with the sanitizing solution at least once a day and sanitize your space. And then as soon as you get out of your truck, avoid touching your face with your hands or gloves when you have touched common areas. And common areas, of course, you've got to do that. You've got to fuel up your truck. You've got to use probably public washrooms, which brings up maybe you should take the spray bottle with you and sanitize the areas of a public washroom that you are going to touch personally with your little tushy. It sounds silly, perhaps. In today's world, I think I'd be doing that. Anyways, hand washing. Number 7, use of sanitizing wipes in the cab. I have already covered that. Sanitize your cab, sanitize your phone. Be careful how you do your phone and other electronics because they are sensitive and bleach may not be the best product. But you do need to sanitize your commonly touched surfaces that are in your control. So within your cab, certainly your cab needs to be clean and sanitized. And number 8, promote the use of hand washing and waterless alcohol hand things. And again, if you can't find any of those hand sanitizers, you can make your own. If you do find some store purchased hand sanitizer, check to make sure that it has at least 60% alcohol. That's what is required to be a hand sanitizer or a sanitizer, 60% alcohol. So that's the 8 tips that CTA is putting out. Again, I would like to thank you for your service. You are all doing a great job during these stressful times. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Go to the CTA website. The link is below for more information and up-to-date COVID-19 best practices. Drivers, thank you so much for your service. Safety Dog is out.